Hello, this is Heisenberg.
Hey guys, G Forever here.
Yes, we're here to review the Gigantic Burning Godzilla 2019 from X Plus.
Yes, and this is a really big boy.
And here's a box. Looks like a big box.
Yes, very, very big. And overall, it looks like it arrived in good shape. There was some dings and dents, but the on the shipping box, but the as you see in the right corner. But fortunately, the inner box survived.
Yes.
And this was quite a surprise. I actually did not know it was coming, especially right before the Christmas holiday. So it's a perfect surprise. And here we are, Christmas Eve. If you guys celebrate, Merry Christmas. And just enjoy the holidays and check out this really cool looking Godzilla 2019 box. In
Oh,
this
yeah.
case, it's Burning Godzilla 2019. So we do have a confirmation on the character's name. Some folks have called this Fire Godzilla, but they are using Burning Godzilla. Right, there's the katakana characters.
Yeah, this box art, the X Plus box art is always so good.
Yeah, I like this one a lot because even though it's just a photo of the figurine, but like the contrast of the black on the brown, it just makes it look good.
Yeah, yeah.
So pretty
And
happy with
it
it.
looks like it's very well packaged in styrofoam here.
Yes, this is solid styrofoam. There's like two really thick, as you can see, taped together, really thick foam surrounding it. And surprisingly, I think it's a little different packaging of how the regular 2019, the tail and the body were together inside. I think the tail in the original one was separated like from the back side of the styrofoam. So it's kind of interesting to see them.
It does have a little
Yep, that's a
stand there.
stand. This is a
Yeah.
much darker stand, so I think I like it better than the original stand. The original stand was kind of like a grayish, like a dark gray, but this is more of a dark black.
Yeah.
So first impressions inside the plastic, he looks really pretty good for a burning Godzilla. I think the yellow was a little strong, but as I take him out and have the lights on him, he does look pretty good and very film accurate. So I was worried because a lot of people were complaining in the Facebook groups where he's way too yellow. And as you see, the inner parts, it looks like it is yellow vinyl with the paint, like the black and kind of like the lava scheme paint on top. So I was kind of a bit concerned from the photos and what people were complaining about. But after seeing it in person, actually, I think I still like it.
This color looks good right
Yeah, it
here.
does look good. I'm not sure if there's just
But
variations,
yeah, it looks like it's kind of a yellow
solid yellow
vinyl
inside.
and then painted on top of that.
Correct.
And yeah,
Very thick. Yeah.
people are curious. It cost about $600 to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about
Yep.
20, well, close to 20 inches tall.
Yep.
And yeah, here it is. Looks like you're seeing if it's translucent.
Yep, and the back fins don't look, it looks like the paint is really thick, so it's not really translucent. But the body looks beautiful if you put a light inside it. It really lights up, just like how Burning Godzilla looks in the movie. So I'm kind of, I kind of wish X Plus had this figure lit up. They haven't had I mean, they had one Burning Godzilla lit up, the 25 centimeter 95, but that was a total flop. Like the lights were just too weak and it was just not strong enough or
You
dispersed
would
enough.
think. I'm really surprised. Like also with Shin Godzilla, why they don't just put a big light inside so that you can light up the whole body.
Yeah,
Because it
so
would
look at
be so
this, the
cool.
dark. Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, it would be so cool. Yeah, it looks so good, and it seems like they could do it themselves. And I don't know why they aren't doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, notice the head is dark though, as well.
The head is dark because it's just so far from the light, and I think there might be some plastic blocking it. So what I did do is, right now I'm just kind of showing off the body with the light going through it, and I'm just kind of turning him around. But I did get like some flashlights and kind of squeezed into his head to flash it on. So
Yeah, we'll see
you'll
that in a
see.
minute.
Yep. And yeah, I mean the M time blue is pretty cool if you see in the background.
Yeah.
But this if we get an Burning Godzilla lit up, I think that would be pretty nice to have in a collection.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
So yeah, here comes the flashlights. Because
yep,
like as you can see right now, that head looks pretty dark.
yep. Yeah,
But
the light unfortunately doesn't reach the head, so I had to put my hand inside Godzilla here and put a flashlight and kind of trying to angle it right to get the head to light up.
yeah, it looks a little tricky.
Yeah, it is tricky. Because it's not so easy just putting, trying to stretch all the way inside Godzilla's body and into his head. But as you see, like, it's pretty. It looks pretty good with if there is light. It could be done.
Yeah, yeah.
And I guess if you're good at customization, you can probably put like a bunch of LED lights in him and add a switch or something.
Yeah, it looks like the tail is translucent too,
Yeah.
you're pointing out. And
Yeah, but the only thing is the tail. This part I think it's closed off, so you would do if you are gonna do it, you do have to make a cut. So this part's not. So what I'm trying to explain here is you would have to heat up this section of the tail,
yeah,
and then this you would leave hard, and then you would just force it in. So like what most people have been struggling with it is getting the tail on.
hmm,
And I think the hardest part is actually this piece here, where's this piece right here, because it's not so, the
and you
shape
got
is
it.
not so easy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you said I asked you earlier. You said you managed to do it in about 5 minutes.
5 minutes with some help, maybe a little longer if I had to do this one myself. But going back to, I'm trying to remember putting the like the regular 2019 Gigantic together. It didn't seem as difficult. So, but I think what they did was X Plus put an extra like a structural vinyl, kind of like added like almost like a skeleton. So the tail is like really thick and doesn't when you squeeze it, you can't actually squeeze it. So it's really solid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see. But yeah,
Yeah.
now I'm curious what you think of the head, because that's the one criticism I keep hearing of like these X Plus Gigantic 2019s. Some people at least think the head is too small.
Well, the thing is, I personally feel that's just a design. Like the 2019 Godzilla or the legendary Godzilla in general, I think the head is just smaller than the body. So to me, I think this looks great. It looks movie accurate. I did have a comparison video, which I think may not have uploaded correctly, but I did put the Defa reel right next to this gigantic here, and the Defa reel head is actually bigger than the gigantic head.
Hmm.
So, I mean, if you want a big head for with good quality, I would suggest getting the Defa reel. I'm also pointing out the hands. I'm not sure if that's just incomplete, like they just left like some extra vinyl between Godzilla's thumb and fingers, or if that's like energy pulses or something he's holding. I'm not quite sure because it looks like it's like a closed fist Godzilla.
Right.
Um,
And yeah, it looks like the sculpt is a little different from the
it
yeah,
is.
from the earlier Gigantic 2019. So as
So
we'll
my
see later, it
yeah,
looks like it's like the head, arms, and tail are all like at least a little bit different.
and the legs, yeah, the legs a little bit like the foot is I think closer together.
Yeah,
So
okay.
my guess is what X Plus did is they probably used the original mold and kind of just modified it, slightly tweaked it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. In the peripheries. So
yeah,
like
so
it
if you
seems like
look at his hands,
the core body. So
yeah,
it looks like it's the same.
yeah, even like like kind of like the shape and the look with the way he's looking is very similar. But you'll see his stance is slightly different. His legs are closer together, and the tail is a
Hmm.
little bit more
There's the
upright.
tail. And so it
Yeah.
sounds like you're okay with the color, the orange color of it. You're okay
Yeah,
with.
I'm okay. The only complaint is probably the yellow might be a little too yellow. I think if they did more of a translucent yellow, I may like it a little more, or maybe keep it more orange and just have a faint yellow at the tips, the dorsal fins.
Yeah, the yellow on the tips of the spikes.
Yeah, yeah, it's very strong, and I think it is like that in the movie, but it just seems too strong on the figure. If you remember, again in my other video that wasn't uploaded, I did compare it to like the NECA and the Monster Arts, and I think the NECA figure also had very strong yellow lighting on the fins, and I think that was one thing I thought it was just too much yellow. So I think that carries over on the Gigantic as well.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll upload in a separate video more comparisons of this figure with other figures, but we are going to compare it in a few minutes to the
the original.
to the
Yeah.
original Gigantic 2019.
Yep. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
So
what do you think of the figures from the video?
well, yeah, he's looking good. I'm wondering. So you think he's worth the cost? Because like I said, it was about $600. And did you have to pay shipping on top of that?
Of course, and I can't remember the shipping, but my guess is it's probably $200 easily for a Gigantic.
No, okay. So yeah, yeah. So it's worth it to you?
It's tough. Like, I like the 2019 Godzilla a lot, and I was also on the fence about skipping this or not. And I think I made the mistake of skipping the Shin Godzilla Gigantic a few times. So I figured I should nab this one. So worthing it or not, I guess it depends on your budget and how much you like the burning variant of the 2019 Godzilla. I think if I had to choose between the regular, like the regular 2019, I probably would have stuck with the 2019 regular, but the Rick Boy version with the blue fins, because I really love the blue on the original Gigantic. This is cool. I think it's nice if you're, lucky enough to have the extra option to have both. But if you can only pick one, I may just stick with the original release. So that's just my opinion. I mean, there are probably some folks that love the 2019 Burning Godzilla. I personally still think the 95 Burning Godzilla is still my favorite. But this is a pretty cool one. We don't have too many 2019 Burning Godzillas yet, but there are some, coming down, and we do have a few choices. I think we got the Band Presto, the NECA, Monster Arts, Bandai had one for the Blu-ray release in Japan, and
Yeah,
is that all? Yeah.
yeah, and we're zooming in on the face here.
Yep.
So yeah, it looks like
Oh, and
great.
there's the hyper. Is it the hyper solid or something? Hyper
Mhm.
art spirits.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
that should be coming out soon too.
But yeah, so it
Um,
looks like it's sort of a fairly dark. The black parts look pretty dark,
Pretty dark. Yeah, his eyes are pure yellow.
right?
So there's no pupil.
So here's the comparison. Notice the head. Yeah, different heads, different
Yep.
arms.
Yeah. So the burning one is that has more of a closed mouth, but not entirely closed. But the arms are very different.
Yeah, the feet look the legs and feet look pretty much the same
But if
in
you
this
look, if
photo.
you know, yeah, it looks
Yeah.
the same. But the regular one, the right foot is stepped back much more
Okay.
than and the burning one. The burning one, the legs are much closer together.
Okay.
So that's the difference. But the body is pretty much similar. The stance is quite similar. They're both looking in the same direction. So as you can see, like they probably used the same mold and tweaked it. I still don't know about the hands. Like it, it looks like he's holding something in both hands, or maybe X Plus just got lazy and didn't
Yeah, I think
fully
that's if you get
sculpt.
close. Yeah, that's all. It looks like that's only if you look at the hands from above, like fairly
Yeah, from
close up.
above and super close. It looks, I'm trying to see if that's his like fingernails just kind of curled together, but it might be just laziness on X Plus's side, and they just left it as like a one solid plastic. So yeah, I'm trying to show the two arms that are different. This one's more like hanging, where the burning one is kind of more in the like a fist action. And you notice how the Rick Blue has a lot of like the highlighting.
Yeah. So the tail is angled a little differently too.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a more of an S shape on the burning, and the the regular one's kind of more, I guess, a little more straight and less of the S shape.
Oh yeah, here they are. They look like yeah, they make quite a team here.
They do, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, looking good.
Yeah. So yeah, different poses. Like, I like the roaring pose, just this kind of like how I would imagine the 2019 Godzilla to be. The burning one's pose is still pretty good. But if I'm paying like gigantic pricing, I kind of want the roaring one. He looks just more fierce and more battle ready, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so that was the Burning Godzilla 2019 from X Plus, and yeah, so I think with the holidays we kind of rushed it a little bit, so we do have a comparison video coming soon. I'm gonna show the different Burning Godzilla 2019s and kind of show them all together with this gigantic, so you can check it out. So Heisenberg, what do you think about this figure? Like, would it
Yeah.
have made it to your top 5 list? Because we got a few last minute toys that came in right before the year ended.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's very substantial. I'm not sure. I'd have to. I think I'd rather like have more time to think about it, whether or not it'll look appear on my
The
top
top
five or
5
not.
list. Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. I think it's yeah, again, very well done. And then it's really tricky. It's really tricky. I think the color
Mm,
is something that's really tricky.
yeah.
But again, you've seen it in person. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But it
Yeah.
looks, yeah, yeah. I think the main thing is I'm still hoping that, like, again, ever since they did the X Plus did their Shin Godzillas, it's like I wish
Mm,
they'd like really light it up from inside, so you could
yes.
sort of like get that, get that kind of like lava glow going,
Yeah.
and but yeah, so that's the main thing on my wish list. But
Me too.
even without
Hmm.
that though, it's like yeah, it's a nice achievement.
Yep.
Oh yeah, well I want to thank G Forever for sharing his brand new X Plus figure with us,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
ask
Always a pleasure.
oh yeah, ask that you please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can bring you more great Godzilla news and reviews and other fun videos. So this is Heisenberg.
And G Forever, hoping you enjoy the X Plus Gigantic Burning Godzilla 2019 and wish everybody a happy holiday.